Hey gang, it's JC and this is the Daily Dose for Thursday, June 23rd, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Great television archives at the top of the page, some great TV history up there, and of course we have our eye candy, which is right below what you're looking at right now, and our rock and roll poll question yesterday. Do you or did you have access to a swimming pool? 64% of you said yes. That's way, way higher than what I was expecting to see or hear. 64% yes. 36% said no. Looks like you might need that swimming pool by next week, although next couple of days, temperature's way below normal. That's not bad. Today's rock and roll poll question with the tough economic conditions in mind, will you go away on a vacation this summer? All right, somebody who's going on a vacation this summer is Kevin James from the King of Queens and Paul Blart Mall Cop. He's coming to St. Louis. He will be here next Wednesday for the red carpet premiere of his upcoming film Zookeeper. They're going to do this at the St. Louis Zoo. Don't get too excited. This is at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, the zoo opens at 8 with red carpet arrivals beginning at 9. I don't know who's going to be on the red carpet, but Kevin James will be one of them, and the zoo website has all the other details that you need. They're going to do the red carpet inside the zoo in front of the living world, but Kevin James in town to promote his new film. All right, Kim Kardashian says she's attracted to guys with small ears because it's less likely then that you would hear that she's a big slut. An Amish man crashed his buggy while sexting with a young girl. Apparently he took his eyes off the road to watch a video she sent him of her churning butter. At his birthday party yesterday, Newt Gingrich was given a sign that said 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Well, he can hang up that sign at the intersection of Pennsylvania Avenue and No Chance. And in Bristol Palin's new book, Not Afraid of Life, she reveals that she rejected the book's original title, Knocked Up White Trash, and that she strongly supports teen abstinence, as does her bastard son. All right, this is a potentially stomach-turning. The Octomom, Nadia Suleiman, is going to appear in a dating show. It's something called Celebridate. It's going to air on the mighty HD Net channel. Nadia is 34, says she has never dated, has only had one boyfriend, that she's, who cares. George Clooney and his Italian girlfriend have broken up. I guess he realized that there was one woman on earth that he hadn't tapped into, and he's got to get busy on that. Ryan Dunn from Jackass, his blood alcohol level 2.5 times the legal limit. He was driving something like 130 or 140 miles an hour. By the way, Dunn has been nailed for 23 driving infractions over the past 13 years, including speeding and careless driving. He also got pinched for a DUI back in 2005. It's starting to sound like maybe all of that, what happened to him, was inevitable. Lindsay Lohan, speaking of alcohol, has been ordered back to court to face a judge to decide on whether or not she violated her probation. Apparently she tested positive for booze about a week ago. They want to throw her in the can now and get rid of this house arrest business. She was supposed to do an interview with Matt Lauer for the Today Show. He flew all the way to Los Angeles, got all the way there, and then they canceled the interview. That's got to make him happy. There was this high-stakes underground poker ring in Los Angeles a few years back, and it attracted some pretty big names like Tobey Maguire, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Paris Hilton's sex tape partner Rick Solomon, and people like that. And the reason we know that is because somebody is getting sued over the winnings. Gabriel Kaplan, Mr. Cotter, was in on it too. We don't know exactly what's going on yet. There's still a lot of bits and pieces missing from this story, but the chick who organized this thing is red hot. Her picture is all over the internet. Aaron Sorkin not only wrote the screenplay for The Social Network, but he also won an Oscar for it. But don't try to find him on Facebook because he quit. Sorkin signed up while making the movie, but he quit sometime afterwards, and he says, this is a quote, "I have lots of opinions on social media that make me sound like a grumpy old man sitting on the porch yelling at kids." Glenn Campbell, 75 years old, 45 million albums sold, 81 songs on the charts, including Gentle on My Mind and Rhinestone Cowboy and Wichita Online and stuff like that, diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. The Hollywood Reporter, one of the big magazine newspaper things out in Los Angeles, says that Randy Jackson from American Idol is shopping a daytime talk show in which he would have his finger on the pulse of America and be talking about things that were going to be cool and hip before they were cool and hip. Good luck with that. There's a tabloid paper in Ireland called The Sun, and it published a report about a peacock that Bono from U2 has, and apparently it's annoying the neighbors. And the headline said, "Bono's cock drives me nuts." And this would be the definition of irony. Earth, Wind & Fire, they had a concert last week. It had to be canceled because of a thunderstorm. Say it with me. Irony. Thank you. According to an annual report, auto theft way down across the country, except in California, where everyone's car is being stolen like right now. Nationwide, car theft dropped 7.2%. That's huge between 2009 and 2010, except in California because they don't have the budget to fight small crimes anymore, and it is home now to 8 of the top 10 cities for car thefts in the country. New study on weight gain in the New England Journal of Medicine comes out today and says that, well, a couple of things. Eat more vegetables and eat less junk food. Thanks. But in the study, the researchers did break down what's good for you and what's bad for you. Apparently, the worst thing you can possibly eat is potato chips. You'll gain something like 2 pounds over 4 years, which doesn't sound terrible for all the enjoyment you get out of eating potato chips. And then if you get some onion dip in there too, well, now, you know, I'll take the 1.62 pounds over 4 years. I'll burn it off some other way. Sweets and desserts led to weight gain, not as quite as bad as potatoes, though. Drinking non-diet soda adds about 1 pound every 4 years. Again, doesn't seem terrible. Eating red meats, about 9/10 of a pound every year. The foods that are best for you, yogurt, which actually makes you lose weight at the rate of about 0.87 pounds every 4 years. Nuts lead to about a ½ pound weight loss every 4 years. And vegetables are also good for you. People who exercise lost about 1.76 pounds over years. Let me just tell you something. For all the exercising that people are doing, if all you're coming away with is 1.76 pounds of weight loss, maybe sitting around watching TV isn't such a bad idea after all. Although if you smoke, you gain 5 pounds in 4 years. People who watch TV also gain weight. So if you gain weight, if you watch TV and smoke, you're screwed. All right, so there's an EMT in New York, and he's accused of fondling a car crash victim, telling her she had a beautiful body while she was in the ambulance, strapped down and on the way to the hospital. He took down her cell phone number, and he called her and texted her over the next few days to try to start a relationship. It's like, yeah, well, okay, I might find you attractive under some other circumstances, sir, but right now I'm bleeding profusely, so maybe this isn't a good time. All right, JC's Eye Candy today. I'm not embarrassed by stuff like this. I think it's funny when you go back 20, 30, 40 years and look at pictures of yourself. I think it's hilarious. So this doesn't bother me. The person I'm talking to, you know, I don't mind you seeing what I looked like in 1981. It's the person I'm standing next to. But I have a save on that too. So I worked at a radio station in Omaha, Nebraska back in 80 and 81, and I got stuck playing Barry Manilow records. So of course when Barry Manilow comes to town, you know, you got to treat it like a big deal, so you got to go to the concert. Well, one of the girls in the sales department is this Barry Manilow freak, and she starts making googly eyes at me, so I get some tickets. I take her to the show. I take her backstage to meet Barry Manilow after the show. We have a Polaroid picture taken, and I think the picture looks pretty good. It's held up pretty well. The camera didn't fare so well because she was a really, really big fan of Barry Manilow, and when we went back to my apartment after the show, that camera got a workout, so at least I was able to salvage one of the pictures. All right, JC's Eye Candy today. As we said, that's it, the Barry Manilow picture. And again, great archives, top of the page, punch around, have a little fun. And our rock and roll poll question today, with the tough economic conditions in mind, will you go away this summer on vacation? You can click yes or no right over there in the corner. All right, that's it. JC's Daily Dose for Thursday, June 23rd, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.